Sonoma Raceway for the race off week 39 races. My name is Liam Jenkins. Now I'll be calling all of the action for you over the next few hours. You join us first of all for the Evo race. So we've got 6 minutes left in the first qualifying session. Most of the drivers take into the track at the moment, and the current man fastest is Lolin Fox on a 127.737. NASCAR 24 fan is not that far behind on a 128.4. And then, of course, just behind those guys, we've got King Dio on a 128.4. We've got Bill on a 128.5. So very close there between second and fifth. A lot can happen in the next 5 minutes or so. Now, we've got Titan Eyeshaw there on a 128.8. Now, he's been a regular over the past couple of weeks or so. He's been really making a name for himself in these skill quad races, which have been a very big success here at Simraceway. So great to see him now making his way into the Evo races. We've got Arkeo 72 there, Daniel C in P8, Luke Sky 80 in 9th, Ragster all the way down in 10th there, but uncharacteristic there from Ragster at the moment. And then we've got Suzuki LJ 50, Bolinas in 12th, Raynor 13th, and Mr. PA still yet to set a time as we enter the final 5 minutes of this first qualifying session. So at the moment, it's looking very good for Lolin Fox, a very established racer around the Simraceway community. Everyone knows what he's capable of, and it'll be great to see what he can do today. Currently 3/10 faster than the nearest man to him. 3.9 tenths back there is Bill 79. We got B1386 there, pushing his way through. He's just 900ths of a second away from a potential second position. So things looking really strong there for B1386. Again, he's made his mark here over the past few weeks in the skill quads. He's earned this spot. And today around the 12th turn, 2.3 miles Sonoma Raceway, you've got to hand it to him. He's in a good shout for a victory. Last time we were here with these Evos, we saw possibly one of the greatest races I've ever had the privilege to commentate on. There was action, there were thrills, spills, and everything in between. And these drivers really did give it 110%. And they probably destroyed my voice box in the process. So hopefully we don't see too much of that again today. But that is just the beauty of this Sonoma circuit. 4 minutes 17 left then, a 127, still the fastest time. The only man into a 127 is Lolin Fox. B13 is just 5,000ths of a second out of a 127 at the moment. So he's not that far behind. He's only 2/10 back now. B13 really has launched an assault charge. He does have, however, a little bit of traffic up in front of him as he climbs that long hill over the right-hander, bumps over the crest. And now we've seen plenty of overtakes here in the past. Cars hit that grass, they lose the back end and end up spearing in the opposite direction. Hopefully we don't see too much of that here today. But right now, B13 is looking in his prime. Let's just see if these other cars maybe appear to be a factor in his qualifying lap. Well, okay, it seems to be a case of anything you can do, I can do better, as Lolin Fox responds with a mighty time, 0.5 seconds now, so it was just a mere few. A 127.4 to a 128 flat is the current difference, nearly 7/10 of a second, separating Lolin Fox now from second place. So a bold statement being set here today by Lolin Fox, and a lot of eyes will be on this young man. 0.5 it has just been broken down to again. It's B13 conduct a slight improvement around the final corner. Let's see what he can do then. Can he take out any time of those 5/10? Or is he going to be unfortunately sat alongside in P2? There's not too long left. He's going to have roughly 2 or 3 more laps. And he does. He takes a 10th out. So 4/10 is now the damage. What about damage limitation now? I think he's almost secured second. He's only, well, 1.5 tenths up on Bill, in fact. NASCAR fan there in P4, King Dio as well there. Still P5 holding on nicely there in 5th position at the moment. It's still B13 gets closer and closer to that traffic scenario, and you've got to start wondering how much of an effect is this going to have on his qualifying session. We've got Arkeo heading the little trio at the moment. NASCAR fan seeming to have the worst of it at the moment. However, he is currently sat in P4 with a 128.2, so maybe is he getting a cheeky slipstream? Who knows? And just behind B13 as well, we've got a couple of cars looking to try their luck. We've got Bill and Luke Sky there, who well, Bill's P3, Luke Sky's all the way down in P7 at the moment. 1.2 seconds off of our current pole sitter, and as this session draws ever closer to an end, 1 minute 50 left now, so we're under the 2-minute mark. And the Evos need to start maybe up in their game a little bit, otherwise Lolin Fox is going to be the sheer dominant force in this qualifying session. So let's see if there's going to be any last gasp maneuvers as B13 is about to come across the start finish line again. Let's keep an eye on him and see if there is any further improvements to his lap time. He's going to drive across the start finish line now. Will there be an improvement? No, there's not. Still 0.46 behind, so a sense of desperation now. He's got roughly 1.5 more laps. NASCAR 24 fan has been dipped down there to P5. Behind Arceo, he's struggling to get past, it seems. He tries to edge his car to a little bit more, take a little bit more grass as you move your way through the field. He's got to be so careful when it comes to an event like this. Now, you don't want to destroy your qualifying hopes in the final couple of moments. And being held up by a car who's 2 positions below you on the grid does not help matters at all. And as they begin their descent downhill, NASCAR has got to be very careful now. And he's really flinging the car around now. Just take a little ride on board there with NASCAR. And he's trying to get every little bit of performance he can out of that Mitsubishi Evo. The Evo, which is so famous for being such a delightful car to drive, such an easy entrance. And I said that too soon, I think. NASCAR's got that all entirely wrong. Pulls off into the pit lane, and that'll be the end of a session for him. So, B13 was not that far away. Where is he now then? He's currently finds himself through the final corner again. Through turn number 12 and down this main straight then. Let's see what he can do. The checkered flag flies. He won't get another time, and he gets to within a tenth. 1.5 tenths of a second, and he can't quite get the job done yet. Bill 79 crosses in third. Luke goes back in the pits. NASCAR's in the pits. Arceo finishes in P6 provisionally. Daniel 7th. King Dyer in 8th. Ragster 9th. Suzuki is still on circuit. Bolinas and PA have all finished, so they've all finished except for Suzuki, who's coming through the final corner then. So are we going to see a late shock here from Suzuki LJ50, or is this qualifying session already set in stone? Let's take a look as he comes down the main straight then through the final kink. Is this going to be good enough to get himself perhaps into the top 7? He doesn't improve. So that is the grid then. Lolin Fox is your pulse into for the race. Don't go anywhere. Or in fact, if you're sitting at the sunny Sonoma right now, go get yourself some food and refreshments and get back ready for what could be one of the most entertaining broadcasts that we see here in a Sim Raceway Sunday race-off. So for myself, Liam Jenkins, we'll see you very shortly. Hello everybody and welcome back then. Simraceway Sunday race off. We're live here from Sonoma for what should be a very entertaining race to say the least. It's going to be Lolin Fox that lines up on pole position, starting of course on the all important inside line into the uphill climb that is turn 1. So now the engine's rev. The drivers have to be so careful as we now have 5 red lights, and now the engine's roaring to life. It's a good start there by Lolin Fox, charging off its grid spot. Now can he hold it into turn 1? The stream of Evos charge their way up the mountainside here at Sonoma. It's going to be a good start though, held on there by Lolin Fox. A little bit of hustling and bustling as the field circulate their way through. I think Bill 79 taking a bit more of a rallycross attempt there through the opening couple of corners, but look at the lead that Lolin Fox has after just one corner. A great effort there by him as you try and take a look at what the rest of the field are doing, and they're all looking a bit argy-bargy. Rags has made good progress up to PA. Got to be careful, they're 3 wide there. Well, it is 4 wide. No way, that is just crazy talk. I said this would be good, but I think that was overhyping it a bit. 4 wide on the first lap. Oh no, Daniel C's been punted off, and Daniel barely misses the wall. And that could have been a very close ending for him, but he gets the car spun back around again and will continue his endeavour to climb back through the field. A couple of cars 2 and 3 wide there as they come down through the downhill chicane. And I think all of the cones have already been knocked out of the way there by the drivers. Arceo desperate to try and pass Luke Sky there. That is for the final top 5 spot here today. King Dio in 7th, Ragster just behind there in 8th position at the moment. And now they've all got to be so careful. Look at what Bill can do then. He's attacking B13 now, the man who was the only realistic challenger to Lolin Fox in the first qualifying session. He's going for it now. He's following him all the way through turn 1. He doesn't want to dip out of that slipstream yet. Now makes his move to the inside. He'll be on the outside as the corner swings you back around for turn 2. Cuts back underneath. B13 goes deep, and this could be the beginning of the end for the second place man on the grid. Indeed it is, as Bill 79 shuffles his way into 2nd position. 3rd place for B13, NASCAR 4th, Luke Sky there in 5th position. Arceo still holding 6th as King Dio goes a little bit wide there. But right now the rest of the field, and Suzuki has made progress in P9, goes a little bit too wide as they go through turn number 5, but nothing that's going to be too drastic in the long run. Still out front of the field though, it is Lolin Fox leading that big worm of cars. They're all snaking through the downhill chicane section now. Such a fast bit of track. The cars hitting speeds of around 100 miles an hour depending how hard you push. Bill though, as you can see, as he comes in towards the final few corners now, reaching a top speed of 114. Mr. PA has received the penalty. We'll soon get news on what that is for, if that's going to stand or no. But as the drivers come towards the end of lap number 2, Lolin Fox's lead has been cut down now. He's only 1.1 seconds away. And look at Luke Sky and Arceo jostling away just behind. That battle for 5th place is still raging on as they cross the line to end lap number 2 out of the 10 here today. So a big jump across the line there. Let's see now what Luke Sky can do. He's, as we say, a bit of an established racer here among the community. Really kind of made a statement over the past few weeks. He's got himself some solid finishes in the Sunday race off. So let's see what he can do today then, as these cars almost making a bit of contact there. You can see the wheel spin coming off. The 4-wheel drive aids the drivers as they try to fly their way through the uphill section. I didn't actually help Arceo 72 there. I think he went way too wide over the top of the hill. Suzuki also defending hard off Mr. PA's title, well, his penalty I should say, has been revoked. And these 291 horsepower Evos are really roaring Sonoma into life as Mr. PA almost takes his roar to a next level as he's really launching an assault package on the back of Suzuki right now, and you've got to wonder how long Suzuki can hold on. He's been pressuring him for a good lap and a half or so, and it has not been flowing the way Suzuki would like it to. As they come towards the end of the lap again, let's just take a look at our race leaders then. So Lolin Fox still 1.1 in front. He cannot extend that lead. Now that is key. I thought he would have been away into the sunset by now. I thought it'd be a good few seconds clear, but Bill 79 is very much so keeping him in close check. And B13 is not too keen on leaving Bill 79 behind either. I think he wants still a piece of that victory, and I think he's going to be chasing that one all afternoon. So let's take a look what they can do then as we start lap number 4 out of the 10, almost halfway through. And Bill 79 again, a little bit more scenic there as he jumps and skips over the curbs. The sunshine beaming down here at Sonoma. It's a phenomenal, great venue for an IndyCar event, which of course you guys are all going to see later on. A little bit more about that event later and how the grid lines up. But for now, I think most of the action going on is going to be in the midfield. The guys at the very end of the field who have been involved in incidents, that kind of thing, have not really been that much of a factor this far. But there is a big train now. Now, we've spoken before about this P5 battle with Arkeo, Luke Sky, Ragster, King Dio, Suzuki LJ50. And they've all turned into a massive 4-man train at the moment. It's been great to watch as they'll make their way through this section once again. But got to be said, it's turned from a 2-man just over P5 to a 4-man Royal Rumble over a top 5 position, and something this Evo class is so renowned for doing over the past 39 weeks or so. What a tremendous 39 weeks it's been here in the Sunday race off, and he's down to the pit lane. That's Arkeo 72. Now that is very interesting, so take a look at what that's going to be a bit later on, but that kind of cuts the battle down, and Ragster, he started in P9, now finds himself in 6th position, dueling with Luke Sky 80 once again. So going to go through turn number 1 now, and going to try maybe cut to the inside as the cars have done so before him, but I don't think this time is going to be the most ideal scenario, and it isn't. Luke Sky covers his tracks well, like what the wily old fox he is. And now he's really got to be on his guard because he's got 4 cars all on his rear end now. They all want that top 5 finish. And look at King Dio looking to the outside, looking a little bit feisty there as they make their way in towards a very tight hairpin. And look at that, he's got to be careful again there. King Dio is not letting up at all. And these circuits really are experiencing firsthand how undulating this circuit can be at times. King Dio doing everything he can to use this to his advantage. He's going to try and ignore the breathtaking scenery we can see and focus on the cars in front. It's a much easier task. Well, much harder task than it sounds, as Ragster gets that all wrong. In fact, he's all over the back of Luke Sky there, and we've got to feel that Luke Sky is going to have the advantage as they go through there. Lolin Fox finishes lap number 5 under a second away from Bill 79 now, so 7/10 are what separate first and second. So those guys really do have to be on their utmost guard, because the tiniest error here at Sonoma and it will punish you. They really do have to be on their guard. NASCAR 24 fan, little bit jumpy there. It's not going to affect him too much, but again, Ragster feeding the assault through the first couple of corners. He can't really get it to go anywhere else, I've noticed. It's just been those first 2 corners where he gets a tremendous run going up the hill. Be interesting to see if he can convert that into a full-blown manoeuvre later on, or if he's going to be struggling like this all race long. Only time will tell, but for now, it's looking like it's going to be a very defensive race from Luke Sky. I'm sure he would have liked to get himself in the offense a bit, get himself moving around, maybe fighting for a podium, but unfortunately circumstances have not all gone his way, and he now finds himself in a little bit of a predicament in which you've got 4 very fast, very frightening cars behind who all want a bit of the action. And taking a look at the guys back at the very forefront of the field at the moment as they come towards the end of lap number 6 almost now, and it's 0.5 seconds, so a further 0.2 of a second has been obliterated from Lolin Fox's lead at the moment. It's just coming down, 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 further and further down the list we go. Now take a look at Ragster, still through that section again, cannot get it to go. Luke Sky's able to defend, but now this is, in my opinion, one of the most intense part of the races, especially if your name is going to be Luke Sky 80. 4 laps to go, well 3.5 laps to go. You've got yourself a very tough task. If you make the tiniest error, Ragster passes you. If you make an error which puts you in a wall, you lose 4 positions. If you make a medium error or someone hits you, then you make a big impact on your race. You're going to see yourself flying down the order quicker than you can say Sonoma. And right now, Ragster is looking more and more edgy every lap. Suzuki's put on his lights there. Now, I'm not too sure if that's a warning signal to Ragster, but Ragster going to be taking it as one. He will not leave that slipstream of Luke Sky 80 for anyone, it seems. He really does want everything here today. He wants that top 5. It's such a prestigious achievement, and Ragster would love to come away with it before we head into the big 85 lap race later on. Again, a bit more on that as the event draws nearer. We've got a bit of side-by-side there. Ragster can't quite look, but now take a look. The battle behind King Dai, moving to the inside. Suzuki gets that all wrong. And now look at Titan Aisha. He wants a bit of that. He says thank you very much. He pulls alongside. And that is surely going to be signed, sealed, delivered. Titan Aisha round the outside. This is going to be so risky then. Round the outside of turn number 1 is not the preferred line. And I think that much is clear already. Titan Aisha was struggling for grip as that back end squirmed around. And that really is like trying to dance on ice without ice skates on. Somehow, could not quite get it done though. Titan Aisha was able to take the position. So a good move there, a very dominant move in fact. So massive well done there to Titan Aisha. Credit where credit is due. That took a lot of guts, that move. Let's take a look at what Lolin Fox is doing right now. They're back at the very forefront of this race. Still leading 0.6 seconds at the moment. And you've got to be careful right now because Bill 79 has been able to hold on. We haven't seen this dominant force that Lolin Fox was expected to bring by the end of qualifying, and I guess that goes to show qualifying is not everything. Pole position does not win you a race. It does not get you to the front of the field. However, Bill 79 is looking to prove that and make sure that he can come away with a win here today. Lolin Fox was up to 1.7 tenths faster than the man in second. It was B13 that got him closed right down. And so far, Bill and B13 have just not budged at all. They've been there all afternoon. They've followed Lolin Fox all race long so far. Penultimate lap has started now. Is there going to be an opportunity for a pass? And Bill went very sideways through there and almost completely parallel. You can see the aggression in his driving style now. Those front wheels are all over the place. He's making some desperate attempts to get himself forward. He just can't quite find the traction he needs. Sonoma, such a difficult circuit in terms of setting a car up. It really does remind me of a circuit like Spa-Francorchamps. It's got that fast straight, it's got your slow corners, it's got your fast chicane, but more importantly, it has your elevation changes, which dare you to take more and more aggressive lines. If you do so, you're going to lose grip. If you've got a high downforce car, you'll be fine. If you've got a low downforce car, well, you're going to be in for some troublesome driving and seem like you're driving in a Die Hard movie. That is for sure. Bill 79 obviously feeling a bit like Bruce Willis right now as he tries to chase down Lolin Fox. We've got 1.5 more laps to go here at Sonoma, and already Bill 79 is feeling this pressure. It's not just about passing Lolin Fox, it's about holding second really. B13 is not too far adrift. So starting the final lap then, it's going to be Lolin Fox who crosses the line first. He's led 9 of the 10 laps here today. Is he going to lead lap number 10, or is this going to be game over?
This is the final lap, keep it going.
You heard that in the wise words of Le Mans commentating legend and sports car legend, in fact, John Hindhaugh, who tried his hand at driving quite recently in a charity event. And as the cars make their way though through this first sector for the final time today, just look at what Bill 79 has to offer right now. Is this going to be his day, or is it not? He's getting closer, he's within half a second, and he was on the grass there, and that was almost very bad. He got the car straightened up by some miracle, and he's now in a much more attacking position. He takes a much wider line into there, he bounced over the curbs, and he's almost touching the rear end right now. This is the assault then. Trying to get around the outside, fighting for any manoeuvre. Lolin Fox giving it everything he has. And Bill 79 is running out of corners, he's running out of time. This is going to be a very close finish as they go towards the final 2 corners. Through turn number 11 they come, and he's all over the back end. He needs to pull alongside, he can't. Lolin Fox is on the outside. Bill goes to the inside. Final corner, final lap. And he's gone too deep. Lolin Fox comes back underneath. Is this too little too late? Yes, it is. Lolin Fox wins the Evo race here at Sonoma, closely followed by just a tenth of a second for Bill 79. B13 is going to come third, fourth place to NASCAR 24 fan. A great effort there for him. The battle for fifth is still raging on. Luke Sky 80 provisionally going to have it. Yeah, he flashes his lights. He knows he's got the job done. Raxter comes across the line in P6. Good result there for him. Suzuki crosses the line 7th. Very good result there for Suzuki on his debut. 8th place for King Dio. 9th for Daniel C. 10th for PA. 11th after a disappointing finish there after his impressive move for Titan Nigel. 12th RKO. 13th Bolinas. And 14th Brenor. That is all the action from the Evo race here today. Don't forget, the action is just getting started. We've got the Formula 3 race coming very shortly, and then the big one, the 85 100% distance of Sonoma Raceway. Don't go anywhere.